Hey everybody, I would like to share in this video how I have been dealing with my chronic pain, how I get it to go away in the mornings, and when I do little bits of like workouts or exercises, how easily it comes back, but how I believe that my body can fully heal in the proper environment, how I got to the point of having chronic pain, how I got myself out of it, some of the healing modalities that you can purchase or use for free to reduce chronic pain without the use of liver and kidney and emotion numbing painkillers or surgeries. First off, I want to explain and express I used to be a real athlete. I was trying to set a Guinness World Record for swinging a 50-pound, non-sharpened, for safety, sword that was 7 feet long, 1,000 swings in under an hour. I did a 20-pound sword that was fillable. Anyway, wasn't having any real issues at all, besides regular soreness like when I had ran a mile or anything else. I never ended up having any shoulder pain. Matter of fact, I built up really strong ligaments and tendons in my shoulders because I had allowed myself to recover, and I was already doing pranic breathing to speed up the recovery process, and I was eating a lot of calories during that time. The injury came when I took a job for a factory position at an Amazon factory, and my duty was to build 300-pound racks every 7 minutes, 8 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. So there was, first off, that's a huge, heavy load to build and push every 7 minutes. That's quite the workout to be doing for 8 hours a day. My body would really need like a 2-day recovery to do that long-term sustaining with all the anti-aging arts that I know now, even back then, but it was every day. So the ligaments, tendons, and joints were hurting. My body was becoming tired. I told them that I'm really tired today. I don't want to lose this job. They're like, well, if you're going to go home, we're just going to fire you. So I was like, okay, no. They're like, wait, we have Monster and Red Bulls over there. Joey drinks 5 of them a day. Can't remember the guy's name, but they said they mentioned that somebody drank 5 of them a day. They're great. They get you going. I had drank energy drinks in the past, but I was like, these guys are crazy. I'm not going to drink 5 a day. But, you know, that makes sense. They told me it had, like, the taurine in it. It was going to make me recover faster and have more energy. So I went over there, and I bought one, and I drank it, and I got the energy, and it was like I wasn't even tired. At the end, though, I ended up transferring over to the pre-workouts, scoops. By the end of the first week, I could not get out of bed. My body was like stiff. Every morning my body just said, no, lay here, sleep all day, 2 days. I reached over, I scooped the pre-workout in 2 scoops into that, and I drank that, and I did my pranic breathing exercises to wake up and to get out of bed. and I kind of hobbled into work. Eventually, I got going. I fell backwards. I was so fatigued, I fell backwards with the 50-pound piece. Well, actually, I slipped backwards on a wheeled caster thing that was this far from the ground. It was like 4-wheeled casters and a thing. They just kind of roll them. They're rolling all around the warehouse. There really wasn't any safety precautions with the rolling of the wheel casters. They just kind of went wherever. And you always look back before you step off and lift that up. And I looked back, and I stepped back, and then right as I stepped back, my foot went on the wheeled caster. My feet slipped out from under me, slammed back on my neck as the piece slammed down on my right shoulder and my neck. Feeling a little bit better. I woke up. I've been doing breathing and pranic breathing, just kind of laying in bed today for like pretty much all day, a good 12 hours. But I'm finally feeling better, and I'll explain what it was that had me feeling like crap today. I pretty much fell off my unicycle on soft sand with full protective gear, mind you, and I was going like 5 miles an hour, so it was. Before then, it wouldn't even felt like anything, but so today my body's a little bit sore and it just needs to heal. But okay, so I explained how I got injured. Hydration is key. Hydration. I couldn't get out of bed today, but I was in a hot van. I had 2 fans running. I drank 1.5 gallons of water. There was like a superfood that I drank. I'm feeling pretty good. Like if this were to be morning now and I were to wake up, I never wake up feeling this good. And I'm not quite, I still feel stiff, and I got pops in both my shoulders, my back, my neck, from when I fell. I have that every single morning. And even from doing like a light jog on a treadmill for a mile, I get the same amount of pain that I would get if I fell off the unicycle with my full gear, or if I do like a light boxing session or something like that. But okay, so what do I do? What do I do to heal? First, we're gonna go over the healing modalities, and I wasn't able to make it to Wim Hof's event, but I do a breathing, pranic breathing. I do breathing techniques to add nitric oxide into my body so my body can work more efficiently. It's called pranayama breathing. I do that. I utilize Tai Chi, Qigong, Bastrika breathing. I do turtle breathing, which is very slow pranic breathing. And I'm running out of memory here, so I'm gonna have to go delete some memory and come back to this. But one of the biggest things though that have helped me, I also use massage guns and stuff like that. But one of the things that I recently noticed, well, I noticed it actually a while ago, where I was at a nudist mountain out in nature on an older friend's property. The whole family was just walking around naked, and I thought it was a little weird. But I was like, you know what? This isn't sexual. It was out in nature. Like, this feels amazing. They had an outdoor shower, and we were just hanging out. And I noticed I'd always have like pain and irritation in my body after a heavy workout back then. But when I was outside naked in the breeze and the sunshine, I didn't have any pain at all. Like my body just recovered. I never got that delayed muscle, the DOMS. I never got the DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, when I was out there. And I'm gonna go ahead and pause this video, and I'm gonna get into the science of that, which I've learned, which works better than the massage apparatuses that I use. So I'll be right back. So last couple days I came across the knowledge and wisdom of the science of the quantum reality of quantum healing by Carrie Bennett and Gerald Pollack, I believe, are the two people. I've watched so much information on this, I just keep coming back to it, but the truth is now understood and it's understood within myself through physical experience. And what that means is I had that experience when I was practicing nudist on that friend's mountain. And when I go out into the park nowadays doing my healing recovery, I don't fully ever hydrate unless I take the shirt off and just have the short shorts barefoot. I could drink this much water and not feel hydrated, but I can go out, feel barefoot, drink this much water and feel mega hydrated. By taking the shirt off, I posted a bunch of videos on this today, but it explains the science of how the sun is needed to actually touch the body, because the body interacts with the giver of life, the sun and the wind and the earth, through electromagnetism. And that's how the cells actually absorb the water. It actually creates, your body creates the structured water. Now, if you drink out of like a stream, back in the day, that was more structured than just water just sitting in here. It loses its geometry. It's hard. Once you actually learn about water and you learn about the past and where we came from and how things worked for 99.99999% of our evolution, then none of this should really surprise you. It's just like, oh, well, that's just how we evolved. This makes sense. Why aren't we tapping into stuff? But people are afraid of the sun, because yes, you can burn if you're in the sun. You can 100% burn if you're in the sun for too long, if you're not hydrated, if you're not grounded. So the fascia is triggered by emotions, and it's healed by sunlight, and it's hydrated. The myofascia connects everything in the muscular system, and it's all needs the sunlight in order to hydrate. So I feel absolutely amazing when I have my shirt off outside. I feel a lot better when I have like a strong fan on me when I'm indoors as well. I can feel that. I uploaded a video of Sadhguru talking about the powerful benefits of wind bathing and what that does for the aura, which is your nervous system. It's all physical. The emotional is physical. Everything in the universe is physical. Thoughts are physical. They create health or sickness. And we need to re-understand how our bodies are supposed to be interacting with nature, because for so long so many people have just grown up in cities where the society and the groupthink separates you from nature. There's tribes today that live naked, and the only block that's really blocking people is of the mind, because the mind is the most powerful thing. It's mind over matter that matters. You have to gather the data, but you have to internalize it and then act it out into creation in order for it to count. Anyway, so also this Bob and Brad D6, I have burned out the one under it. Got this for a really good used price. It was barely used. This has really been helping me as well with my chronic pain. I do believe in the perfect environment where I'm not overheating in a van and I'm getting proper nutrition and proper time out in nature whenever I want. With the Tai Chi, Qigong, and Pranayama, I can fully heal my body. I couldn't walk, barely. I could walk, I was like hobbling, but I could barely do anything without being in a chronic level of 10 pain for about a year after my injury. And I need to be able to live. I really do feel the need to be outdoors every single day with my shirt off, with short shorts, embracing the universe and the quantum healing of the sun, the wind, and the moon, the ground. This is all science. It's all quantum science. It's all quantum healing. It's all quantum health. And I wouldn't be able to quantify this without my research. And if I get an internal idea, everything that I look up has first started as an internal idea, something that came up in my conscious mind from inside, and then I go to the YouTube, I research it, and now I'm able to put them in scientific facts, and I'm seeing other people that are saying all of these things. True science comes from the inner. The inner. Hippocrates says if we're not our own doctors, we're fools. So, nudism and naturalism, it is the way, the truth, and the life. I do believe this deeply. There's many others that have put this into scientific explanation of proof. I feel it every single time. You have to be present within yourself. Also, our bodies, it takes a while for our bodies to readapt to the sun. So, also, sweating is very healthy. Oh, the other things that have been helping me was the cryotherapy, the sauna, the compression boots, and arm compressions and hip compressions. We talked about the massage. I do pressure point massage where you have knots in certain parts of your body with things like these. Turn one on. What else can you do? Oh yeah. So I'll lay that on my heart and lung meridian on my back, and then that helps to release the meridians of my body that are blocked, or the muscles that become tight, which are blocking blood flow and chi. Chi, mana, life force, there's different words for it from different parts of the world. Show this off. This got Adam and Eve, but it's actually got a star right there and two moons. So I believe that is the tree of life, is being connected to nature. That's the tree of life. That's my version of the tree of life, is not being psychologically stuck in guilt, shame, fear, and resentment that's keeping us from true quantum health. And taking control and becoming stoic of our thoughts so that we can manifest proper healing in the body and live the way that we were designed to live for millennia. What else at the gym that was helping me heal? Oh, there's this vibration chair. That's pretty much it. I said it all. But just going outside, hydrating, eating healthy, the Tai Chi, the Qigong, the Pranayama, if I do that on a daily basis, I mean, if I do a workout, the other stuff will help me heal faster, because with the compression and the sauna and stuff like that. But most of this stuff can be free. I used to not be able to do the workouts, and I used to be like sore for an entire week. Now I'm back to just being sore for like a full day. So I am getting stronger. I am doing better. Also, the mental stress that I go through from like watching the news or dealing with workplace issues. I was dealing with the stress of being fired twice for asking to see true proof of commission pay. So I had been retaliated against for that. And then I ended up getting another employer who was just late. And then, I don't know, it's just been crazy. But, yeah, quantum healing is multidimensional. We must seek and try things to understand. These things really work, and just being in tune with nature is probably the fastest way you're going to be able to heal, to slow down and not take caffeine. If your body's tired, your body's tired. It needs to rest. It needs to heal. I've quit caffeine completely. I've gained the willpower. I've had 4 300 milligram Monster energy drinks in my fridge. I've had 6 tubs of pre-workout that I used to be addicted to. I'm getting back that natural energy that I had when I ran every day, when I was outdoors every day, when I was breathing in fresh air every day. And environment is key. Environment is key. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. May your days be filled with natural joy, peace, bliss, and eternal ecstasy, unconditional love, and absolute vitality. I do suffer in many different ways in my life, through stress, mental stress, physical stress, financial stress, and life is a journey, and I'm not afraid to share any different parts of myself with the world. I'm very authentic, and my goal is to evolve into a more mature individual that puts all these things into practice, so that one day I can regain the youth that I had before my injury. And I know that if I have the consistency, I will it into existence. Bless everybody.